I'm dying inside, and nobody knows it but me. Like a clown, I put on a show. The pain is real, even if nobody knows. I'm crying inside, and nobody knows it but me.
Hey guys, I'm back for the first episode of Season 10, the final season. This is the episode titled Lazarus. Should have worn my Blur t-shirt, but I couldn't be bothered to really get it out and wear it for these reviews because it just wouldn't be right if I wore a dirty t-shirt, because I wore it yesterday and it's now needing washed. As I would love to say as a fan of Smallville, well, just to let you all know, for my fans in general, my fans and guys and gals, whoever watching this video, I would love them to know that every single episode of Season 10 will get reviewed by me without the box set, because I've done the previous seasons with the box set, minus Season 9 at the moment. I'll get that done probably after this video. I will probably upload that after this, because I'm going to redo all my Smallville stuff. Basically not now, I'll probably do that after Smallville Season 10 finishes, in the uprising to Season 10's box set release. As you will see in every single review of Smallville from now to the end, you will see that intro that came before this video, which was all the different pics of like Superboy, Supergirl, and Clark in his Superman costume. They won't be in every single review from all of them. When it gets to the final episode, you will see that intro at the beginning of because there'll be two parts to that, probably a two-parter, because I'll have a lot to say about that and how much upsetting I will feel when Smallville is actually over. But I will probably show the intro that I just showed you at the beginning of this, in the first part of Season 10's final episode, episode 21. I'll show that intro, then I'll do the video, then I'll end. And then it'll probably be like, at the end, it'll probably have on the bottom, to be continued. And I'll probably even say that continue in the next part, but it will probably say a caption below, to be continued. It'll go straight to Season 10, final episode part 2. Season 10, final part 2. It'll go to that, and at the beginning you'll just get the video, which will say, which will have me and all that. And at the end of the video, you will get pics from the final episode, the final ending of Smallville. So I'll get lots of pics, and I'll probably do the same amount of video long as the intro I've done for this video, the beginning of this video and every video. It'll be the same length of time, but it'll be at the end of the video to show you pictures of Smallville, and at the end it will say something that is like big caption or something at the back. But anyway, the first episode was entitled Lazarus. Lazarus, for any of you people who didn't see the last one, Salvation, which was the final of Season 9, where Zod and Clark battled. Clark was stabbed by blue kryptonite, fell off the roof, and is to be continued. In this episode, it continues straight from that, which pretty much could have been both the episodes as a movie. You could put them both as a movie, if you really wanted to have like a Smallville, sort of like feature-length Smallville. You could basically put one episode, episode 21, 22, episode 21 is Season 9, 22 is Season 9, and then 1, 2, and 3 of Smallville, Season 10, or sorry, 1 and 2, so you could have like the last 2 episodes of Smallville is Season 9, and the first 2 is Season 10. Anyway, Lazarus sees Clark lying on the pavement of basically Metropolis, basically being stabbed and dying, and Lois crying because she knows it's Clark. She's seen him, knows it's Clark. She's crying her eyes out, hugs him, and starts to get upset and miss him in that. He's then in another parallel universe, somewhere between life and between death. So he's not dead and he's not alive, he's basically right between death and... he's basically in between being alive and dead. So he then sees a tombstone that Jor-El is talking to him, and brings this tombstone down, which is covered in grass, which looks a lot like Jonathan Kent's headstone. Yeah. And then it goes back to Lois, and she's crying still and that. And it goes to Chloe, who basically sees Oliver Queen getting kidnapped. And this just basically gets hurt by these people nobody knows about, just knows this guy and gets knocked out. And in the last episode of season 9, he did say they weren't Kandorians, it was a human being. Then in basically Clark is still in that world, and then he says that there's a greater evil, and then some guy walks through the bushes and only get to see the back of him, and it looks like Lex. It's the back of a bald guy in a white suit. So somebody says it's Lex, and he shouts, "Is it Lex?" And Jor-El doesn't say anything except, and then he transforms straight to that. And then it goes to Tess, who miraculously being healed from her scar burns from Zod, who actually burned the side of her face off, is now healed and safely back to the way it was originally before her confrontation with Zod, before the final number 9. Basically, you've then got Clark, who actually goes back because of Lois. Lois pulls out the knife out of his chest, and that's it. He's brought back to life. Right? He's brought back to life. And who else but Jonathan Kent to be there when he survives after he does all these big basically goes off, fights the fake Zed, Clark's fights the fake Lex Luthor, sorry, battles the Lex, kills the Lex. Lex actually dies because his mutation is wearing off from being being Lex, sorry. And Clark basically goes off and does his normal duty as a hero, and then kisses Lois, gets the information he needs for Lex, goes back to Chloe, who is actually using Dr. Fate's helmet to see where Oliver is, Green Arrow. For some of you who don't know who Oliver is, you just know Green Arrow. Then Chloe basically hands herself over in the exchange for. No, sorry, Clark is back at his barn talking to his dad, and he goes straight to Oliver being released from the kidnap of these bad guys, and he's switched hands. He basically goes like he's walking. He gets out of the bad car and walks to the good car, and somebody gets out of the good car and walks to the bad car. And when he gets out, his bag over his head gets taken off, and you see it's Oliver beaten up. And then in the other car, Chloe's had her mask taken off, and it's Chloe that's underneath in the other car, and Chloe's been taken away. And that's how her character leaves the show. Allison Mack leaves the show. And then we basically come across Clark talking to his dad. He cries, he gets upset, hugs his dad. His dad's just a ghost, disappears, and then Clark goes, "I'll be the hero you always wanted me to be. Dad, I'll always be the hero you want me to be. I'll be the greatest hero ever, Father." And then turns around and goes, "Dad? I know my destiny." And then the whole episode ended quite dramatically craply. It was actually the worst ending of an episode ever, but it is a first. All the first episodes are kind of crap, but you're excited because it's the first of a new season, and you're like, wow, I can't wait to see the rest of the episodes, and it builds into the second, and then the last one will be the final completish. At the end of this video, you will not see anything. I don't think anything that will come at the end of this video. It will just be the end of this review. But I'll catch you later. Have a great one, and don't forget, Superman's returning. I had to say that from the last video, but Superman will return in about 20 episodes. Sorry, 20 episodes, yeah, in episode 21, Clark is Superman. So for that, I thank you for watching this video and giving me the opportunity to tell you about the first episode of Smallville, the first time and the first way possibly ever done a Smallville video without the box sets. This would be without the box set, and I'm kind of glad. Thank you for watching. Have a great one. And Superman is returning, and Lex is returning, everybody's returning. This is going to be super. Catch you later. Have a great one.